In February 1933, Germany opened its first concentration camp.
Inside, silence was policy. With each victory, the network grew.
When we arrived at dawn, the air was already fear.
Watchtowers multiplied across the Reich.
Words were weapons of deception.
Eyes down! Keep moving!
Hunger and disease were policy, not accident. Industry and slavery merged for profit. Steel rails fed the machine. Life reduced to columns. One stamp could end a life. Names vanished. Numbers remained. Civilian hands built the infrastructure of death. They called it duty. Discipline meant total submission.
Obedience replaced conscience.
Death's head as a badge of honor.
We worked until we disappeared.
Terror was the curriculum.
Objects outlived their owners.
We chose who might live one more hour.
Escape was a dream, fenced in steel. Half a loaf was a miracle. Resistance whispered in scraps of paper. Each arrival meant departure from life.
We counted breaths instead of minutes.
Administration of annihilation. The state recorded its crimes meticulously. Commandants saw themselves as managers. Production and extermination united. Profit per prisoner. Time was currency. Life had no value. Smoke became a language. Deadlines measured death. Belsen became a grave for the living. Starvation was scheduled.
Labor to death, then replace.
We worked until we disappeared.
Terror was the curriculum. Objects outlived their owners. Night never ended.
We chose who might live one more hour.
Rain washed nothing clean. Escape was a dream fenced in steel. Half a loaf was a miracle. Resistance whispered in scraps of paper. Each arrival meant departure from life.
We counted breaths instead of minutes.
Administration of annihilation.
Architecture concealed its true function.
Production and extermination united. Profit per prisoner. Smoke became a language. Deadlines measured death. Selections decided fate in seconds.
One touch before eternity.
Survival made complicity inevitable. Retreat turned to death march. We walked on despair. War closed in. Uniforms changed. Guilt remained. Liberation came at last.
We found bodies in the barely living.
I was alive but not whole. The living buried their dead. The world took testimony. State your name.
Excuses rehearsed. Orders. Duty. War.
Survivors identified their tormentors.
Bergen Trial opened in Lüneburg.
Kramer pleaded not guilty.
Retreat turned to death march.
We walked on despair.
War closed in.
They tried to erase proof. Uniforms changed. Guilt remained. Liberation came at last.
We found bodies and the barely living.
The living buried their dead. The world took testimony.
Retreat turned to death march.
We walked on despair.
War closed in.
They tried to erase proof.